Good morning, people. It's Uberman UK. Well, a lot of people are asking me, and this doesn't relates to Uber and other gig economies, about are we entitled to work-related rights and why are we not getting it? A recent court case. Well, there's been quite a few court cases with different companies like Uber, and they've ruled that we deserve workers' rights. But why are we not getting it? Well, at the moment, Uber's still appealing the situation, and it only affects people who take Uber to court at the moment. So a lot of people are asking me how to do that. So I contacted my friend, and he's part of an organisation what represents Uber drivers and other taxi drivers, and he was one of the people who took Uber to court. He does have a website, and it's UPHD. It is a union for Uber drivers and other drivers. So you want to check that page out, I'll put the link down below here. So I contacted him, and he got in touch with a solicitor for me. And then the solicitor contacted me and said, would you like to go for a free meal and an event? And I said, of course I do. Free meal, free curry, I'm definitely going. So I've been invited to this event, and I'm going to do an interview with one of the solicitors about how we, as Uber drivers and other gig economy, let's just say self-employed people, how we can actually claim this work-related rights, what we seem to be entitled to at the moment. So stay tuned, people, and watch my video, because I'm going to get a free meal, people, and meet the solicitor, and I'll be asking him questions. So stay tuned and tell me what you think. Hi there, people, it's Uberman UK. Well, today I've been invited by the solicitors to this special event, and at the moment I'm arrived on time. I meet a few people like the barristers and people like that. None of my fans yet. I thought a few fans might have come to actually met me, but not just yet.
These guys are proper, like, boys in the hood and all that. They like to.
Well, there, people, I was sat on my own, and I was sat on my own for 10 minutes, but then suddenly I've got these gentlemen keeping me company. There we go. Because they want to be on my YouTube channel. Hello there, people. I have ate all the food, which is really nice, and I've been to the meeting and listened to all different kind of people, which I'll share to you after this video. Now, here with a special guest today, and he's going to talk to us about Uber and the recent Uber case, what's gone to court, and what we can do as Uber drivers to support this matter. Take it away.
As many of you will know, recently some of the Uber drivers were found to be workers, which means it allows yourselves a number of rights, including minimum wage, holiday pay, sick pay. That decision was appealed by Uber, and it's at the Court of Appeal at this moment in time. It should be decided in the next couple of months. We expect Uber to actually take it all the way to the Supreme Court. But in the meantime, what we've started doing in conjunction with a number of driver associations and Uber drivers is we've started lodging claims on Uber drivers' behalf in terms of being workers. Now, we've got a very, very strong response, but in order for your rights to be recognised, we want more people to come forward. We want those drivers to come forward and give us their names, their details, so we can lodge claims on their behalf, so that we can fight for your rights. Because ultimately, if we work together, you will get what you're basically owed. We're not asking for anything else. We're not saying Uber are bad or anything like that. All we're saying is the drivers need to be treated fairly and given what they do. So as a result, we've been, as I say, in conjunction with a number of associations and driver groups, we are on the verge of lodging a number of claims. And if you want to be a part of that, if you give us a call at MWG Solicitors, which is 0161 835 2446, and we will be more than happy to talk to you about a potential claim and what it means to yourself or yourselves. And if you're happy with what we say, then we're more than happy to add you to the actual to the claim. Now, a lot of you will be worried about funding it. Now, what we're doing is we're doing it on a no-win, no-fee basis, which means if you win, we will take 25% of anything that you recover. If you don't, then the risk is all ours. If you don't want to go down that route and you have legal expenses cover, whether that be via your motor insurance, your home insurance, or any other insurance, then we will look at that. And what that means for yourselves is you've paid for it already, and then on those grounds you're not liable, or you don't have to go through the no win no fee, and we can recover our costs via the insurance policy. The key thing to remember with that is it doesn't affect your no claim bonus in terms of your driver's policy, which we understand is obviously a concern for yourselves. So again, I'm with Umavan. I'm sure he's actually going to fill you in as to what's happened today. We're working for better rights, we're working for Uber rights, and if you contact us, I'm sure you'll be happy with our service.
Well, there's one question. As this has gone through court and all these Uber drivers have won, why doesn't it affect everyone?
It's gonna take time. It will affect once the decision has come through. The final decision, if Uber don't challenge it, then it will affect everybody. But what we're saying is, it's not only just moving forward, but how you've been treated up until now. So those rights will apply to yourselves prior to the decision being made, as well as the future. So what you want to do is, yes, we want to protect your rights for the future, but we also want to consolidate what you've done already. So we're obviously hearing that drivers are earning a very small amount of money. This is where we can help and push their rights forward. And if you make a claim, and if it goes as we see it, where Uber will lose, then the drivers will be entitled to some money.
But here's a question for you. What do you think of Uber?
Well,
as a company?
As a company, I think it's good in the sense that it gives people flexibility and it allows them to go and earn a living or a secondary income if they wish. However, there's a lot of negativity or a lot of flaws that they can change, i.e. the workers' rights. And the only way we're going to get the workers' rights is if everybody sticks together. The more drivers we have on this claim or any other kind of issue when it comes to Uber, the more likely it is that they will stand up and listen. Otherwise, it's not going to happen.
I appreciate that for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Tell you what, last night, fellas, and ladies, can't forget the ladies, I was stuffed. I had all the naan bread, I had the curry, and the shish kebabs. Woo-hoo-hoo! Them shish kebabs, man, they were spicy, and I regretted it this morning. I'm working today, so hopefully I'm alright after them shish kebabs, but they were absolutely the best shish kebabs I've ever had in my entire life. So thanks very much, people, for that fantastic meal. And what do you think of the solicitor, and what do you think of him saying about the work rights? Because as you know, Uber at the moment and other gig economies say we're all self-employed, but it looks like eventually we're going to be classed as workers and get all the rights and privileges what to go with it. But at the moment, people, if you are wondering how to get this work rights, is basically you need to contact the solicitor and put a claim in against Uber. That's the only way you're going to do it at the moment, people. There will be about over hundreds of Uber drivers putting claims in against Uber, because the judge did say we are workers, not self-employed. But Uber is appealing the situation, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Me personally, do I think I am self-employed? I definitely not. I've covered this ground before. Uber controls so much of the system, and they tell us, they don't tell us, all the control we have is to say we're available for work. We don't know where the passengers go until they get in the car. We can't adjust the fares to our needs. What I feel that Uber is a gig economy, right? But the problem is drivers we're the ones who are taking all the risks with our car insurance. If something happens, we lose our job. We've lost our job until we rectify the problem. It's quite debatable at the moment. A lot of people are debating about it. Do I think I am self-employed? No. Do I feel like I work for Uber? Pretty much. As I said, if I was self-employed, I wouldn't be able to sack myself, because if my ratings fall below a certain criteria, I'll be, nice word for it, deactivated from the account. Maybe it's a wake-up call for these gig economies. They have to change, and they could really work in this day and age, because there is a market for us, and all we're asking for is to treat their staff, because we are their staff, with the respect by giving us the basic workers' rights. Thanks so much for that, Celeste, I appreciate that. And also another thanks to UPHD, who recommended me to go to this event to talk to a solicitor about these work-related matters and to pass the information on to you. Now, if you're interested in joining, just go to just put a UPHD and sign up. It's free. There's no monthly subscriptions like most unions do. It's absolutely free to join. And knowing my mate Assam, well, so Asim, sorry, I got your name wrong. Asim will comment below somewhere, so watch out for it, people. Thanks very much, people. It's Uberman signing out.